Hey guys, welcome back. We are now on part 9 of our Disco Enterprise refit build. So let's get right into it. I spent the first 3 days of this week making very tiny things like this. This is our officer's lounge, which is now a meeting room much like in Next Gen or the later Trek movies. I added some decals to the table and to that screen back there just to give it a little character. There are doors on either side of the room. I left that screen unmasked, and you get a nice kick of light from the saucer. I wanted an ambient glow, not overlight, so it kind of looks like the room is lit but not necessarily in use. The effect is very nice in person. This is for our arboretum windows on our starboard side, and it's kind of a semi-recreation of the rec deck that's normally in the saucer. Just a little area for the crew to hang out and play games in. The third one here is my favorite by far, and it is our port side, and it is our bar and grill. There are little tables, there are little things on those tables, there are little chairs, there is a bar back there. It was very, very tedious and challenging to get that together. I did leave the underside of the bar unmasked, so you get a nice glow, and the bar hopefully will light up in there like it did in Next Gen. And here's our bridge finally dry from paint and everything. That SDM part looks amazing. We do have our little fiber optics sticking out the back, and we have everything ready for installation onto the saucer. I did have to carve out some sections here in order to get all our wires in there. I actually ended up taking more off than that. I whittled those tabs in front down to nothing. And our bridge is finally installed and all lit up, looking very nice up there on top of the saucer. We see from the back that our fiber optics are transmitting light very well, and if you look close you can see a little bit of light leak along the edge there. I've already taken care of that with some black paint. I'm doing one last quick light check to make sure there's nothing bleeding from below and everything looks good from above. I do have our phaser banks installed now, and they light up very nice in person, but I can't procrastinate any longer, guys. Time to get this saucer together. And here is our saucer finally together. I did the normal gluing, clamping, and praying, as is standard in every saucer assembly. But it's together, and nice and hefty, I might add. We have our wires coming off the back there. That is our main. That is our flashers. Just two. It's nice to have everything compact like that. And now our seam. Some of the seam is nice and flush. You can see it is in here. Some of it not so much, like right there. There is quite a bit of a step, but only on certain sections. It's kind of weird. You get a little step in here. We have a little step going all the way around from here to the impulse deck there. And then on the other side, it's even worse. So that'll be a lot of sanding and filing and a little bit of filling. I did lose some of my paint, but that's not a big deal. We're going to have to repaint that anyways because of the seam. Another light test to make sure everything is working fine. We have that fast flasher on the bridge. That is an Evan Design light. I will only have that fast flasher. The rest will be the same rate. You can see we're getting a little shiny kick there from the windows on the bridge. That's because there are no windows in there, and I'm just making sure everything is working. Nice light leak there, but that will be filled, so we won't worry about that. You can see the red kicking there from the flasher. Those will be very nice and bright. We got our windows under there. Again, nothing in them, so there's going to be little kicks of light here and there. And our phaser banks lighting up, all our RCS, all of our flashers, everything's just tied together at the moment. And oh, uh-oh, that is not good. You see that little flasher there is flashing, but it shouldn't be. Our impulse deck is nice and subtle. I can't believe that turned out as well as it did, but yeah. And that's troublesome. We might lose that flasher, guys, but or it might be just the wires. Hopefully it's just the wires. We don't lose that little guy there. Alright, guys, that is where we're going to call it for this week. Building those tiny, tiny little sets from scratch took a bulk of the week, mainly because of the size. They are near microscopic. But I wanted to do it. I could have 3D printed it, but I wanted to do it because it is fun to scratch build. It is rewarding. I wanted to see if I could build those tiny little chairs and tables and foodstuffs and everything else. So that was a lot of fun. Our nacelles are there. They're hanging out. They are finally dry. We're going to get some detail paint on those. And next week, we will be getting onto the secondary hull. We have quite a bit of work to do. We have to install our sets. We have to get the rest of our lights in. We have to get it together. So, I want to thank everyone for watching. I want to thank my old subs and my new subs. You guys are equally rad in my mind. So, thanks y'all for watching. And until next time, you guys take care.